Some people overthink. Then there are people whose brains treat every unanswered question like a 5-alarm emergency. If you know exactly which one you are, this video was made for you. People call it a gift, and maybe they're right. But nobody who says that has ever been trapped inside a mind that won't let anything go. Nobody who says that has felt the strange loneliness of seeing things too clearly in a world that mostly doesn't look twice. If your brain has always felt like it's running a program nobody else got installed, what you're about to hear might be the first time someone actually puts it into words. Everyone else falls asleep like it's the easiest thing in the world. You've watched it happen and felt genuinely confused every single time. Because the moment your head hits the pillow, your brain doesn't wind down. It opens a new tab, then another, then another. Suddenly you're not tired anymore. You're rehearsing a conversation that hasn't happened yet, replaying one that ended 3 days ago. And somewhere in between, you're also solving a problem nobody asked you to solve at 2 a.m. Your brain doesn't have a closing time, and the harder you try to force it quiet, the louder it gets. Like trying to stop a song by thinking about it harder. It just doesn't work that way. Someone replied to your message with just, okay. One word, no punctuation, no emoji. And now you're not just wondering what they meant. You're building a full courtroom in your head. You're the lawyer, the judge, and somehow also the person on trial. Exhibit A, the missing punctuation. Exhibit B, the 3-second delay before they replied. Exhibit C, the fact that they said okay last Tuesday, and it felt completely different from this okay. Most people read that message and move on with their day in about 4 seconds. But your brain doesn't do 4 seconds. It does 4 hours. You pick up on things, tiny shifts in someone's tone, a pause that lasted slightly too long, a look that didn't quite match the words being said. You notice everything. And once you notice something, you cannot unnotice it. That kind of awareness is actually a sign of a very deep mind, but it also means you carry a weight that the people standing right next to you don't even know exists. You don't hate people. You actually care about people deeply. But sitting in a conversation about the weather, or weekend plans, or what someone watched last night leaves you feeling strangely hollow, like you showed up with everything you had and left with absolutely nothing. Because your brain doesn't want the surface. It wants to know how someone really feels at 3 a.m. when everything gets quiet, what they're actually afraid of, what they wish someone would just ask them for once. You want the real conversation. And when it stays shallow, something in you quietly checks out, even while your face is still nodding and smiling and saying, yeah, totally, like everything is fine. A conversation ended 4 days ago, but your brain didn't get that memo. It's still back there, rewinding it, replaying it frame by frame, rewriting what you should have said, analyzing what they really meant, running 17 different versions of how it could have gone. You're not trying to hurt yourself. Your brain genuinely believes that if it just thinks about it long enough, it will finally find the answer, the piece, the thing that makes it all make sense. But if you think too deeply, you already know the truth. The brain almost never gives you that piece. It just hands you more questions and calls it thinking. If this felt uncomfortably familiar, good. That means your mind works on a level most people never reach. And yes, it makes life feel heavier sometimes. It makes sleep harder, small talk exhausting, and even a one-word text feel like something worth losing sleep over. But it also means you feel things more fully than most people ever will. You understand people in ways they can't quite explain. You see layers in everything. And that kind of depth, real, quiet, unasked-for depth, is genuinely rare in a world that mostly stays on the surface. So no, nothing is wrong with you. Your mind just refuses to be ordinary. And honestly, that's not something to fix. That's something to understand. If this felt like it was written about you, share it with someone who would get it. And if you want to keep understanding your mind a little better, we have more videos right here waiting for you. See you in the next one.